fast. Okay, yeah, I finally got to the 3-layer. I don't know if you were actually here when I got to this, but this should make things a little bit easier. Maybe not easier, just a little bit less. It may feel easier. Let's just say that. Personally, that is. It should be. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so easy to mess up. I'm so glad I'm past the beacons though, that was such a pain. No, I noticed that for some reason. I don't know why. No, this is actually, I didn't actually have enough coal to get the 4th layer done for about a third of this. So, what's up, Vash? So, I'm in the home stretch for this coal, thank God. I want to get to the next section. If I can stop mining the floor, that is. So yeah. Wait, why is this like never? I'm actually not gonna question why it's like that. You may actually be right on the 197. You may be pretty close, but I'm not too sure. I remember that guess you made, the 197. But I'm not too sure yet. There's still a good 38 sections left, something like that. Not sections, 38 layers. Alright. Wait, so how are you mining this? That's kind of confusing. Like, are you mining bottom and top at the same time? Oh wait, no, you're doing never mind. You're doing by sections. I forgot. You're doing that looked so awkward when I saw that. Not too much at the moment, but I'm going to try to be a car salesman. So, yeah. I want to get some sales experience so I can go and go into like freelance copywriting. Or some kind of like copywriting. If I can't use that experience, then I'll go into I will go to college and take a couple courses in like marketing or something like that. So it's not gonna be a big deal. Oh, okay. I don't know. Honestly, it's just kind of just dividing my time up. I don't do too much right now, but in the future I will. I'm not gonna have a ton of free time because obviously, as you know, car sales isn't exactly, won't give me a ton of free time from what I've heard, so I don't really mind it too much because I just need around 2 hours a day to do this project and I'll be fine. 2 hours, that's it. That's all I really need to do. I may have to cut everything else in terms of free time out of whatever I'm doing, depending on my hours in the future, but just 2 hours, that's it. That's all I'm going to really realistically need. Even an hour a day is okay. 2 hours would make it at least somewhat reasonable though. Depending on how much free time I actually have in the future, because oh, okay. I don't know why that message just kind of just didn't click in my mind when you read it. Or not read it, but said it. So yeah, there's... Oh, frick. There's that. Honestly, people will be so surprised at what you can actually do within 2 hours. Just 2 hours of free time. And I'm pretty sure even if you work 12 hours a day, you can still do. Hmm? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean in the future? I mean, what do you mean doing something different? That's what I'm wondering. This is gonna be my plan. I'm gonna start with car sales. I wanna see how it is in the sales environment. I'm seriously curious. I've been wanting to get into, wanting to get into sales, but at least some kind of, I want at least some kind of sales experience in the future, because I want to get into like somewhat of the marketing industry. And if there's a way I can do it without college, then I'll do it. But, because it is possible apparently, but I'm gonna try to get some experience with being a car salesman, and you can get quite a bit of money if you do well in it, so that's a nice plus. Apparently you can get a lot of money into with it. Obviously it takes a lot of hours, but I don't mind that too much. I can kind of turn it into a game, personally. Or a personal challenge, I guess you can say. Also, it depends on how bored I get with it real quickly. That also is a thing. If I get bored with it that quickly, then I'm probably going to just see what there is at community college. But if I could just leverage some sales skills, I'm pretty good. Pretty much good. Because if you can show somebody you can sell your own experience, I guess you could say. Kind of like a resume, just a little different. If you know how to sell yourself, then you can sell to almost anybody or influence anybody. Oh, wow, I'm an idiot. So yeah, there's that. You know, I was wondering when somebody was gonna ask me that question. I'm really surprised nobody asked me that sooner. Be honest. If you asked me what I was doing, not what I was doing, what I was planning on doing, because my plans kind of fluctuate a lot at the moment, because there's so many options out there that I'm not too sure. Like, I'm still not 100% certain on what I want to do, I guess that makes sense. Like, I have plans. It's just, I'm not, like, 100% certain if that's something. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people that are like that. I mean, I'm not really too much different in that type of sense, but. Oh well. I'm only doing this at night because I'm going to be doing this night in the future anyway, so. Unless somehow I literally have 0 free time in the future with, at night, so. Yeah, honestly though, I am too. Hopefully this should be the final not final stretch, but like last couple streams with Cole, because god dang, this is literally taking forever. Yeah, that's definitely difficult, dude, seriously. Especially for me, or people similar to me, where they really don't have much of a true, what is it called? True, not plan, not really passion either. More true calling, there it is. Because I really don't have a true calling, which makes it a whole lot more difficult than I thought it would ever be. Nothing really sticks out, if that makes sense. Yeah, that takes honestly a little bit of quite a bit of research, a little bit of advice from other people, and a little bit of experience. Honestly, actually, quite a bit of experience. You don't need a ton of experience to know what you want to do, I guess. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to experience a couple of things, at least for a given direction, if that makes sense. Like, if you really don't know what you are, like, if you don't know, like, exactly what you are fulfilled doing, or at least if you know what I mean, like, if you really don't know, I don't know how much interest you actually have in this, but look into, like, see what personality type you are, I guess. Obviously, I think you said you were 13, so some of your functions aren't exactly developed as much as, others that are a little bit older, so it's gonna be harder to tell. But especially with self-evaluation. Oh yeah, it is. Don't worry. Considering my type is, and considering I'm more of an idea machine than I am just kind of following the norm. Ooh, is that difficult to deal with stuff like that? Especially family members that try to like put down all your ideas and stuff like that. I totally feel that, honestly. I kind of throw so many ideas at this point that I don't even know what idea I should even follow. I kind of have at least I'm trying to follow one, or I will follow one in the future, so that's good. Honestly, wait, I need 71,000 X. Holy Jesus. Um, I don't know actually if that's correct. Because it's exponential every 5 levels, I think it is. Or something like that. No, it's not every 5 levels. It's like every level. That's still kind of insane if that's actually correct. That's... Wait, that doesn't even sound... That actually doesn't sound right if you think about it. I think that's a lot less than it actually is, because the Ender Dragon is 100, about 12,000, right? If you kill the Ender Dragon around 6 times... Okay, maybe it is correct. I'm not really too sure though. That still doesn't sound correct in my head, especially killing the Ender Dragon over and over again. That may be correct though. I could be underestimating how much the Ender Dragon actually gives you, but how many Ender Dragons do you have to kill? Because I remember seeing that calculator. I think that actually kind of somewhat makes sense. But I'm not too sure. I've never killed the Ender Dragon 7 times in a row, so without either losing XP or trying to gain more XP. 7 is kind of ridiculous. For me. It's kind of unnecessary for me, even though I can keep resetting it. What's up, man? Buy a pickaxe, yeah. Welcome to the stream. God dang, 7,100 blazes? Jeez, can't even think about killing that many. To anybody who wants to do a project like this, please, I don't care if you get sponges. It's not a good trade-off. Just have a desert in your world. That's all I have to say. If you want a project like this, just have a desert. If you just have a desert, you're basically unstoppable. Deserts are overpowered in this project. Because of the amount of sand you can get. It's kind of ridiculous. If you actually want to attempt a project this insane, that is. You could use gravel. Honestly, it just kind of depends on how much water you actually have in your world. You could technically fill up the entire world with stone if you wanted to, but you'd be surprised, depending on how big it is. Some of these deserts, absolutely massive amounts of sand. Like, I could go through all these shovels I have in my thing easily. Very easily. I don't even put a dent into the. I have around, I think it's like 10 or 11 shovels. I could easily go through my pickaxes. I mean shovels. Within. It won't take that long, but like the dent I put into the desert is basically nothing. Maybe like 1 or 2 layers worth of the desert, maybe even less. It's crazy how much sand is actually in a desert biome. Especially that one over there, that giant one, that second and that weird cluster where that forest is. That's interesting. I basically have all the biomes though, which is cool. I just can't wait to get to the Mesa biome, get all that gold. That's gonna be cool. That's actually pretty... Okay, maybe that isn't massive, but that's decently sized. That's decently sized. Other biomes must be pretty big. Do you see how fast I cleared this section compared to the other sections? This is how fast you can mine 3 high blocks. Like, I'm almost already done. Oh, okay. I love how I have the tiniest snow biome I think I've ever seen in a world. Literally, like this biome is, that snow biome I have at the top, it's literally the tiniest thing ever. I'm gonna have to mine it up though, sadly, with on the next section. Not the next section, but the next section. The after the world half world mark, which I'm gonna make a commentary video on that, just to see how it does. I'm gonna make a world showcase, and then I'm gonna make a part 2 of the I don't know, it depends on how good the regular video does. If that video does decent, which it probably could considering I'm literally mining half my world, I don't know, it depends on how some people take it, I guess you could say. Because saying a quarter of your world is pretty impressive, but when you say you mine up your half your world, that's pretty significant if you think about it. Like saying I've mined 17 million blocks, it doesn't sound as oh my god, I keep doing this. It doesn't sound as impressive. Because it's more of the message you send and not really what it is. Like, I could say I've mined 36% of my world, which is literally what I've mined up. That could sound at least a little bit more impressive, but it sounds weirdly like, it doesn't sound too good compared to 17 million. It's kind of a weird message thing. Until the coal is done? I'm gonna have to give it like 4. It depends on how fast I can actually mine through these sections. These like 3 by high sections, 3 by 3 sections. It depends on how long I can actually get these things done, because at this rate I could do a lot of damage to these sections, like a lot more than I thought. It sounded so funny, but it was like, yeah, I kind of knew what you meant though. There's a lot of times I'll take something literal, even though I literally should not take it literal. Like, some people, it's kind of weird though, because I'll take something people say literally, but I'll take it figuratively. But when somebody says something figuratively, I'll take it literally. It sounded so weird saying that as well, but I don't know what it is. Like somebody's being super straightforward, I'll just interpret it as something else. When somebody's being like figurative or trying to get a different message or something like that, it's pretty much impossible to take it. Not impossible. For some reason, I take it very literally, which seems weird for being a very figurative person. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. That's around at high 6,000. 500 and something blocks, 6,500 blocks, something like that. At low, around. Wait, no, that's at low. 6,500 block, 6,416 blocks or some weird number. I don't know how much it actually is. At low and at high, around 9,600 or some weird number. I mean 9,600 or something. I don't even know what I just said. See, I cleared this entire thing up in less than 30 minutes. That's ridiculous. I know 3 high is pretty quick, but this is kind of crazy. Like 3 high wouldn't make sense with the 4 high because the 1 high, the only reason I didn't do 3 high on the other ones first is because of I knew there was going to be a lot of sections, so 4 inventories, so around 1,728 plus another 9 layers, 2,100, but 8,000 something. Okay, if it was 4 inventories around 60 something thousand, frick, 6,000 something, and 6 inventories would be around like 9,000. I don't know. Same amounts basically. I think a double chest holds, I think it was 3,178 items or some weird number. And no, never mind. I'm gonna just ignore that because I think one chest holds 1,728. I'm gonna completely ignore what I said actually earlier because I think my math was completely wrong. Let's just say around 6,000, between 6,000 and 10,000. I'm just gonna estimate because my god. That's unfortunate. I have to. God dang it, I'm gonna have a hole in the floor. That's gonna be upsetting. Even though I don't want a single hole on the floor. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember you. I remember the comment. Tony. Tony with the Tommy. That's kind of funny. I like that name. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Thanks, man. I didn't expect you to actually join. Stream. I don't know, there were 2 people. It was you and CVS something something name. It was some weird like letters. Seriously, like it kind of went kind of insane, not gonna lie. It was still weird seeing it at midnight, just seeing my subscriber count go like 50% more. Go from 48 to 60 something at midnight out of thin air. That was something. And I'm actually getting decent amount of subscribers per day. Or not decent amount, but like 1 or 2 per day. Yeah, CNQZX. Yeah, there it is. Wait, you guys both did it? Oh wait, never mind, never mind. I think I remember the situation. I remember what happened. That was definitely nice, though, I'll tell you that much. You've been watching for 8 months? Dang, man. How'd you find me originally? Okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah. I was just trying to remember that conversation you and him had, during the... Or not during, no, you were arguing with somebody about, like... Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was actually trying to take that keyword for myself. Not the legitimately part, mine out the world. I've been trying to take that keyword. So if anybody looks up Minecraft mine out the world or mine out the world or something like that, I wanted to take it. Because I'm one of the only relevant mine out the world projects there is at the moment, so. What's up, Surtax? So I've been just kind of stealing that keyword of mining out the world. Because I know somebody, obviously there has to be at least a couple people that are interested about mining up a world. Which is probably why a lot of people got confused why I'm on a classic size world. Because when they expect mine out the world, they literally mean like... Thanks, man. You know, I actually considered in the future making a mining server. I think that'd be sick. You just go on a realm, like a mining realm. Maybe not really a realm. Actually, yeah. Like either Java or Bedrock. I'll probably go with Java. And just solely... I don't know how good this is actually going to be, but probably a realm, actually. And just leave it running, and then whoever wants to go mine could go mining, and then you use like ores and stuff like that as currency. If that makes sense. You just mine out sections of the world and drain it and stuff like that. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. You know, I thought of doing something interesting in the future as well. I am gonna try to attempt to put this world on a realm, like a copy of this world. I don't know how I'm gonna actually do it, but I think that would be sick to show it as like display. I'm gonna use this as a display world, not this one, but like another world as a display world. And I'll do a theoretical world of what would happen if I kept every single block, which I don't, because I would lose a lot of time on this world. Like, I wouldn't even be nearly this close if I didn't keep every block. Or, I mean, if I did keep every block. So I'm basically going to make a separate world with a display. It's going to be a display world with everything theoretical into a Minecraft world. If I kept everything. I think it would be cool to, I don't know how hard this would actually be, but get a few people to help mine out a large world. Actually, not a few, probably like 8 at a time, depending on how big this project actually gets. That would be cool. Um, or just make a realm and see how much people can actually mine up collectively. It would be really hard to set that up though, to be honest with you. Like you basically just go mining and you can buy tools and stuff like that with... It's basically a progression world and you just keep going up and up and up until you get efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, haste 2 and stuff like that. No. Not in a while. I don't even know the last time I actually died on this world. I think it's been like... I think the last time I actually died is if I forgot... The only time I think I've actually died on this world... I mean, I've died a couple times to lava, to be honest with you. Like, getting rid of lava. Even with diamond armor. Because I always forget to heal myself most of the time. And if you're stuck in that lava, you're basically screwed. Even in peaceful. The only other times I think I've actually died was if I forget my elytra and I jump off and I think I have my elytra and I die and I pull a toy cat and just... I pull an IBX toy cat and just die. But I'm not 100,000 blocks away, so... Thank God. I can just collect my stuff. I don't have to spend 8 hours to go fishing for a mending book. Which is nice. Get out of here. Llama. It is kind of upsetting losing all that XP. Losing XP like this because I usually save the XP for reserves. Like if I have to get a new pickaxe or something like that. It doesn't take a lot, don't get me wrong, but it is still kind of a pain. Now at this point, actually no, not to get the pickaxes, to enchant the pickaxes, like enchanted books. It takes 25 each pickaxe, so they're actually fairly expensive. By themselves. Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting about this? So I can only, right now, I can only enchant 7 of them, I think. Thanks, man. See you possibly in a new stream, or not new stream, but in a future stream. Thanks for the big ups on Reddit. Silence will T. Oh, silence will not. Is that what you mean? I have no idea what that even... Willent, Willent v L. What? I don't know what you're trying to say. Willent will happen. Happy. Happy. I don't even know what you're saying, honestly. Oh god. You may be a bit off on the 197 though, to be honest. Okay. You know, I feel that sometimes I've done that before. Not anything important, but like... Sup, digital freak? Oh, okay. I think the happen part kind of threw me off, not gonna lie. Okay, that did not take that long. I'm already 2 layers in. This may be a lot faster than I thought. Like this section. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, six. Six, I'm not counting the little, like, these little sections right here. This little thing. Just these 3 high sections. 6 sections left, so... This is... I wouldn't say this is significantly faster, but over time I think this could be quite a bit faster. These 3 high sections. I'm not saying this method is faster, I'm just saying like this, just this section's significantly faster. I mean, it's not surprising, but... If I can stop mining the ground, that is, I could actually get this done in a reasonable time. So yeah, I'm basically in the home stretch. If that makes sense, like, finally, almost in the, actually, this is like mid-late game for this coal. I don't know if I would actually consider this home stretch, but it's more of the, it's getting close. Thank God. I want to just get to the next section. I'm gonna have to do this 3 or 4 times. I'm just gonna warn you. By the time I get to the 3rd time, though, pretty much the entire world's gonna be gone, so I guess that's good. I may or may not do it though. I may just keep some ore just to keep it. I don't really know though if I will. It depends. I just want this world mined out. That's really all I want. Like, I don't care about much of sentimental value. I'm not gonna go crazy with the sponges. Because I feel like that would cut off too much time. Personally. And it would be unreasonable. I'd kind of feel bad for doing it, so. So I'm not gonna go crazy with the sponges, but I am gonna go still, regardless of what you do, regardless of what happens, you still have to put into the work of mining out the world. So, regardless of what people say about this world, it still takes a lot more effort than probably any other project in Minecraft. How about this? Not a lot more effort, just more time than any other project, regardless of how fast you actually try to do it. And I'm not talking about TNT machines or any type of machine. Talk about mining, not blowing up the world. If I did that project, I could probably do something like that easier. With TNT machines, obviously, but this isn't exactly about blowing up the world. It's just about mining. Getting to 200 is gonna be really close, though. XP levels, that is. Yes. I should really keep my mic down. I always forget to change that. I'm glad the mic goes low enough that you can't really hear it too well. I was wondering when you were gonna join. Okay, that's good to know. I think I'm just gonna go bi-weekly. Going every week is, I feel like that's pretty expensive. I know $40 a month does not sound expensive, but I think after a while that kind of does add up. Why do I keep missing like a couple blocks? Also, I think I'm almost in the home stretch. I noticed that actually. Oh, okay. That's good. I think our entire group's gonna go bi-weekly. Just $10 every single week. Like, it's... I know to a lot of people, that's not that much. But if they don't... I know a lot of people don't really think long-term stuff. So... $10 a week, every single week. That's it's $40 a month. Every single month. If you do that for about a year, Jesus Christ, it's almost $500. I know that also does not sound like that much, but what's up, Vincent? Dog. Welcome to the stream. That's good to know that you saw my channel on Reddit. I know there's many people that have been just slowly pouring into the streams that came from Reddit. I was curious about that. How many people were actually gonna join? Well, I've mined 36%, I think, at the moment, so I calculated it today. So if anybody's wondering how much I've actually mined out, 36%. I'm actually just over a third of the way there. But yes, I am technically the person who's trying to... Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I really need to start paying attention more. But, I guess you could just say YouTube doesn't really favor this type of content. Or people don't look up to stuff like this. Does that make sense? Like that guy who, built that netherite beacon. That guy is probably gonna skyrocket now. Considering that post hit 41,000 views today. It's probably way more now. Yeah, let's just say YouTube or people don't look up stuff like this very often. Yeah, he has kind of made it kind of... I mean, his isn't super complicated. Yeah. I wouldn't say mine are... I guess mine are easier because he, for some reason, wants to build a staircase. I don't know why. Like, if you're that bored of that project, or if you really don't want to put in the time to do a project like this, I know you're doing it. I know he's doing it very casually, but, and I know he's also taking his time a lot, but I feel like he's kind of neglecting it, honestly. And yes, my methods, I only kept them simple because of I want to just keep them simple in general. I don't want to, you don't want to overcomplicate a project this big. You really do not. Promise you that. You just want to keep it simple. If you keep it simple, you can stay consistent. And consistency is everything in a project this big. I don't care how much time you put 4 hours a day for like a month and then stop for 3 months. I guess that's quite a bit of time, but you take a 3-month break, you basically just lose a decent amount of progress. So you can put a ton of hours per day. You better hope you can keep that consistent amount of time per day. I mean, if you actually are that busy, then sure. Missing a day or two here and there. Okay. Yes, it is. Well, at the moment, I'm just mining coal, but this is literally taking forever. So. Yeah, I know. He's actually been, no, I've kind of noticed he has been streaming more. Working on the world more. I don't know why he doesn't work on some of the world off stream. I don't understand that. The only reason I'm doing this part on stream because I want to make a time-lapse video. But besides that, I know, I was just using that example though for that method if you're wondering, for the consistency versus inconsistent method. So he's a guy, Sword King 090. He's actually the person who inspired me to do this project, to be honest with you. When he quit 10 months ago, he has Operation Bedrock, if you've heard of him. Or not heard of him, heard of the project. He's been going, oh my god. He's been doing the project for 7 years, 7.5 years actually now. He could be, I mean, obviously he'd probably be finished by now if he did it a little bit quicker, but obviously he was going to do it very casually. The methods he was doing was kind of questionable, and obviously I know he doesn't have a mob farm, so he can't repair his tools fast enough like I can, but that's the only really big disadvantage he has. No, I know, but that everybody calls him 090. Literally, like I've never seen anybody say Sword King 090. I always hear 090. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know why. I started calling him that, but people kept saying his name, or not kept saying it, but a couple of people kept saying his name. I just keep hearing 090. It's also easier on the tongue. I know it technically is 090, but 090 is way easier to say, and it's a little bit quicker. Oh my god. But oh well. I know one of his biggest regrets is not starting the project sooner. I think it was. I don't actually know what his like biggest regret was in his world. I know my biggest regret was starting it sooner. If I started this project sooner, my god. two biggest regrets. Picking a decent seed for this project, because I didn't know this was actually going to become the project. I would have to go with, but I have to challenge myself anyways, so I mean, this is like the ultimate challenge. Like, this world type is honestly, besides a survival island, I would not do this project on a survival island. I would literally just quit after like the first million. Because I don't have any sand, so I don't know how that would work. It would have to be starting this sooner and picking at least a little bit more landlocked world. This world's oddly balanced in some ways. It has like every biome imaginable, at least at the time. Besides, like, I think this world actually has a mountain biome, which is gonna be interesting to mine through. It doesn't have a jungle though. I think that's the only biome it's missing in terms of the main biomes. A lot of sand, especially the top area that I'm mining or draining right now, and some sponges. That's it. Totally not worth the sponge trade-off. If I had to tell anybody to go with the world, please do not have a world with sponges, because it will spawn with the deep ocean, which is a lot of water, like absolutely insane amounts of water. It's a bit absurd. It's a nice change of pace, but it's a bit much. I'll tell you that much. This may be the most amount of water somebody's actually gotten rid of in a single area. If somebody can prove me wrong, show me, because that would be nice to know. I know there are machines that can get rid of this, but if you're not counting any machine, if you're just counting placing sponges, then this is definitely it. I've actually tried to look up people mining. Technically just getting rid of an ocean. Like, people talk about how do you clear the oceans. This is a literal island. This is a literal ocean. This isn't like a small little pond. This is an actual ocean. Actually, not even an ocean, a deep ocean. So yeah, this world basically has it all. Thank God it does, because if I didn't have any sand, I'd be so screwed. At least I have enough sand to do the top area. Barely. Over 270,000 blocks of sand to put on the top over there. I'll show you in a minute if you stay. Or not. I don't know. Depends on how long. Okay, so I placed it all here because this was over. So when I made the world record video, which was 6.4 million, which was the highest amount of blocks anybody has mined in a world that I can think of. And yeah, that kind of is a way to make a video, but I've saved from all of that coal. Well, not from that coal. I mined all the coal up to there. 6.4 million. And then from there all the way to 17.4 million, I saved all of that coal. So 11 million blocks worth of coal. If you don't count water, ravines, caves, and obviously some land, but well, not land, but I don't know, lava. There you go. So around 10 million blocks worth of, which is makes sense considering coal makes up 1% of the world distribution of ores. So yeah, that's how all this coal came here. I'm gonna have to do this 4 more times. Probably more actually. No, 3 more times. 3.5 times. Because I am not mining 400, 500,000 coal in one session. That would literally take... Placing it and mining it, it'd probably take like 100 and something hours. Actually no, it'd probably take like 150 hours. There's kind of a problem. I don't know how mining out the world, or most blocks mined, I don't know how they would do a world record like this because there's kind of a problem. There's 2 problems. I technically didn't stream everything. I know I have legitimacy, don't get me wrong. I don't know how lenient they are on legitimacy. Second thing is, this is kind of an odd project because if you think about it, anybody could technically just get a bot and mine blocks for them, if that makes sense. But I probably could. That's something I should do. I'll probably do it after after this project. Not this project, you know, like this, but the world. And see what they say. I think that'd be interesting. I could do it right now if I wanted to. And see what their responses are. I just don't know how a world record like that could actually work, because it's kind of funny that it actually isn't a record. Like, you would think something like Minecraft would be, would have most blocks mined as a record. The only problem also, it's also not 100% calculatable. I don't know how you could because not all of this is mining, it's draining oceans, actually quite a bit of ocean. Draining oceans, did I say mining oceans? I meant draining oceans, I don't know what I actually just said. Draining oceans. What's up, Green Budgie? That's the only problem. I don't know how it's actually going to work, but I think that'd be interesting, though, just to see what their responses are. I could technically just create the world. I could technically just create the record, couldn't I, though? Pretty much. I don't know how that actually works, but I could technically just create the record and just see if anybody will beat it. I think that would be funny. I forgot you could just kind of create the record. I think the only problem, though, is that people could challenge it. I don't know how creating a record works, but I think it has to do with, if anybody challenges it or something like that. Which, good luck challenging, not good luck, but, I don't know anybody who would challenge this record. There probably are a few people that would, but I really doubt it. This record's just kind of insane by itself. Especially solo. Because I technically have, not have the most blocks mined, but I have the most proof to do this solo. I would need a lot, not a lot of witnesses, but like at least a decent amount of testimonials for this project. Because this project, not the project, but like, I guess to the normal eye, this project seems kind of sketch if you're trying to like evaluate what the project, trying to evaluate a certain number, because you technically can't extract any number, a certain number to it, unlike certain projects, or not certain projects, but certain records where you can just kind of exactly know how much it is over a given period of time. But that's really all I have to say about that project, or world record. I'll probably still try it, just to see what they say. But I'm not too sure how well it will go with them. There are limits when it comes to those world records. But it would definitely be a legendary record. Just like Kurt J. Mac that has... Well, I mean, yeah, Kurt... Actually, you know what? His is calculatable. Kurt J. Mac, the guy who made Far Lands or Bust. The guy who walked a quarter of his world or something like that. I could steal that record from him if I wanted to. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, it probably is... Don't get me wrong, it probably is difficult, actually. But... Alright, see ya, Vincent. Okay, it probably isn't that hard, but... Alright, see ya. See you in the next stream. It probably... I think the only thing about the project, though, is... Not the project, but that world record is the fact that... Yes, he spent a lot of time. I don't know how much time he actually spent when he did the record. Like, when he was actually achieving that record. I know he got a ton of popularity. I don't know how much he's gained now, but... Since that record, like, I don't know how much he actually did blow up from it. I think he gained it. Obviously, he gained a ton, but... I could kind of do the same thing, considering he actually didn't walk all of his world before he even got the record. I could kind of do the same thing about mining blocks, where I, like, on a journey. But at least I'm making pretty good progress with this world. I think he only streams, like, he makes a video once a week for 40 minutes. I know he has a YouTube and stuff like that to deal with, but I don't know how I feel about that. 40 minutes a week still sounds like literally like no time whatsoever. I don't know. It probably is a decent amount of time to him, so oh well. If he wants to take 20 years to do that project, then why not? You can go and do it. I just find it crazy this project is the equivalent of that project. Like almost to the hour amount of time it takes to do this project compared to his project. I think that's kind of funny. You would think complete polar opposite projects would actually take decent amount different amounts of time, but it doesn't. They're both roughly 5,000 hours, I think. I could be wrong about this project. This project could probably take a little bit less than that, but I'm not too sure. What's up, Connor? Alright. Thanks, Connor. Thanks for the support to this extremely long journey of mining coal. At least for now. This is just a roadblock. Thanks, man. How'd you find my video? Or my stream, actually? Just out of curiosity, honestly. I don't ask everybody that question, but because usually they just say they came from Reddit most of the time. But I'm not too sure. I could find different opinions. Oh, that's actually interesting. Wait a minute. That's actually interesting. Wait a minute. That's the first time I've heard that in a while. YouTube may finally be YouTube may finally be doing something for me for once. It only took don't know how many streams it's been in a row. But oh well. Dude, I just can't wait to get done with this coal. It's gonna be nice. And extremely satisfying to finish all this coal. Oh, that's nice. Nice diversity. I don't know. I actually tried to check the analytics of how many people were from different countries. That's kind of interesting. I need to check that again just to see. That's nice. Definitely some good interest to have. Okay. That's... Wow, your birthday's actually very soon. I guess happy early birthday? Very early birthday? If I don't see you again? I don't know. Or if I forget. Because I probably will, knowing me. I've never been great with dates. At all, actually. Like, garbage with dates. You're welcome. I'm just glad to get new viewers, honestly. It's definitely quite refreshing. Alright. YouTube may finally be putting in some favors for me with the recommendations, or recommended. Oh, okay. I should do, honestly, well, mine's in November, but I mean, I should do a birthday stream on November, honestly, that'd be nice. Make a big, long stream in November. That'd be pretty sick, actually. Definitely be interesting. Yeah. Honestly, after all of this, seeing this, how obscure this project actually is, honestly, if you put your work into almost any project, you really will somehow, somewhere get some kind of recognition, regardless of how ridiculous the project actually is, or how absolutely insane it is to actually try. Honestly, the more insane it is, and the more like close you are to completing a project. Oh, okay. It's interesting. You're a weekly vlogger. Vlogging, I heard, is actually fairly difficult to actually get into the space. quite the variety, I'll tell you that much. Also almost at 200. Let's go. Road to 200. I'm gonna say very few people have actually hit 200 in their worlds. What do you live stream? Wait, what Minecraft videos do you live stream? Just curious. Yes, I did. Don't get me wrong, it's very... I'll tell you this much, it took me a while to actually get this comfortable to actually talk on a stream. Like, it was super uncomfortable first time. And I still really don't like my voice at all, to be honest with you. Honestly, the mic definitely can make a difference. How quiet is this? Is this better? I never actually realized how quiet this was. It was only at like 12 volume. It only took me an hour and a half to figure that out. Do you do like Let's Plays or something like that? Do you like just do worlds? Do you do projects or do you do like just kind of Let's Play style? Because definitely are different types of content. Do you build things? Do you make machines? Do you do ridiculous projects like this? Because these are actually kind of fun to do. I would have to say very few people actually will enjoy doing a project like this though. I'll say that right now. I would say very few people actually enjoy doing this project. I genuinely enjoy doing this project and streaming at the same time. It's definitely nice. Oh, okay, that's good. I don't follow a ton of Let's Plays, perfectly honest, but I don't know. I think it kind of depends on the Let's Play. This project I very rarely stream by itself, but oh well. I've been streaming recently though, I mean, because of this coal. I didn't stream the redstone or the smelting 50,000 iron. Yes. Apparently iron's half as rare as, or twice as rare as coal, which is interesting to know. Gold, severely less, I'll tell you that much. Let me just say, the iron only took like a couple of hours to do. Just to put in perspective how fast smelting is compared to just doing this. It's kind of ridiculous. I mined 1,000 diamonds to anybody who doesn't. I even took a screenshot of the diamonds before I mined them. To anybody who doesn't think you can't get 1,000 diamonds in a world. Which they are crazy to think like that. 5 sections. Okay, good. There are some non-believers. Yes, you are. Thanks for joining my subscriptions of 326 now instead of 325. Yeah, don't be surprised with that. But when you strip mine like this, prepare to get a lot of coal, especially bigger sections. Like, it's kind of overwhelming how much coal you actually get after a while. No, if you just branch mine, my god, you get a lot of redstone. Branch mining's, but mending is overpowered. Just gonna point that out right now. Anybody who hasn't branch mined with a mending 1, a breaking 3 pickaxe, regardless of the efficiency, you should honestly do it, branch mining. Because you could literally mine forever if you mine every ore. And I'm not kidding either. I did it on this world already, which is how I got a lot of diamonds very quickly. But I don't know. Well, if you're talking about collab like survival or something like that, I don't really know because I kind of just get bored of regular Minecraft. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about this. That's actually, this project's the only reason I kind of play Minecraft, to be honest with you. I try to start Minecraft worlds. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I've played it so much. Like, I've restarted worlds so many times at this point. It's just gotten kind of ridiculous. Like, I've killed the Ender Dragon, I don't even know how many times, every time I restart a world. I don't know, just Minecraft progression has just kind of gotten stale. Let's just say that much. Wait, you can't actually... That's actually interesting. You can't use the up arrow to, like, pick the block. The pick block method, you can't use it on shulker boxes, which is interesting. Never knew that. Oh, okay. I could probably add you just to see. You can actually, if you want to add me, you can just show me things on your world. If you want to do something like that, that would be interesting. Thanks, Zbot. How did you find me? Just curious. Just out of... Also, welcome to the stream as well, but... That's my biggest curiosity right now, is figuring out how did you find me, honestly. It's crazy. I'm just curious just for data. Internal data. Because there's a few reasons now why people are finding me. Which I love. Instead of... Okay, Reddit, okay. Okay, show you in my world. If I add you, you can just send me some pics or something of your world. I think that'd be interesting. I'm always curious at what people build on their worlds. Especially insane survival worlds. Okay, Reddit, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, people from Reddit are just slowly trickling in from that explosion. If you're curious at how much coal I have right now, I have this, 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 and this. Kind of crazy. I have over 4 double chests of coal. I don't know, honestly, because it's like I don't really have a ton of time to do that, especially in the future. Show me like your best projects or builds or something like that, or what's amazing about the world, or you know what I mean. Like what's good about the world, if that makes sense. How do you get... Wait, what do you mean? Okay, I can add you after the stream if you want me to. I'll just look back on the chat. At least for right now. So wait, what do you mean by that? How do you get to the top every time you mine down? Do you mean like how I'm mining like the sections or the coal? Because I do it layer by layer. Yeah, I'll just look back on the stream for your PSN. Okay. I don't know about that. How do you get out of the hole? What do you even mean by that? What does that even mean? Yeah, I just do it layer by layer. It's like the simplest way, and it's the it's the most efficient. It's the most it's the easiest way to do it, and it takes less brain power. You'll see. It's like mining ASMR or Minecraft ASMR. This really isn't though, obviously, but when I might start mining ever, it's gonna take a while. But after I get rid of all that water, when I ever do, that is, I can show whoever's new my mining tactics. They're like the simplest mining tactics of all time. What do you mean prioritize the coal? How I prioritize it? I don't know, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, elaborate on that. Just... Do you mean like when I'm mining? Alright, I'll see you, man. See you, Connor. Alright. I may potentially, I'm not gonna be, I don't know, I don't know. I may join, just to see how everything is, but probably not too much. Okay, so, this is how I do it. I can kinda almost exactly tell you how I do it. So I have a silk touch pickaxe, obviously. I mean, that's how I got all this coal and iron and stuff like that. So I actually have a little system I have from, I mean, at this point, considering how much I've mined, it makes sense. I have 5 stacks of coal, like you can put them in stacks, like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 4 stacks of iron, and the rest is dirt. And then once I get lower to those 30s and 40s, or when I get lower than like 35, when I start seeing gold, I'll add in 1 stack of gold. And then once I keep getting lower and lower, I'll add more stacks of whatever I need. I basically just go on the fly. if that makes sense. Like, I just put it in my inventory of what I need. Also, I shouldn't have done this. It's just more for flexibility, because obviously different layers have different amounts of whatever. Realistically, it's around 45 to around 64 and down to about 40. It's about the same. And then when you get to around 35, you hit gold. Iron becomes a little bit less. Coal is consistent throughout. That's why there's so much coal. Coal is consistent throughout. No, I do not keep the stone. That's the only thing that people may complain about my project, is the fact that I don't keep any stone on project items. And I have a few reasons why I don't do that. First reason, time efficiency. I want to get through this eventually. First is time efficiency. Second is, there's so many things to collect that there's no point, in my opinion, to actually... Oh my god, this is so stupid. But, there's no point in actually keeping all the stone. Because if you actually kept all the stone, it's like 13,000 double chests or some stupid amount. You would literally, like... I don't want my PS4 to, like, die, so... And I've tried to keep the stone. It's such a pain. Because the amount of stone you actually get, even with shulker boxes, is ridiculous. Within sessions, without the stone, I can fill up my inventory with just coal, iron, and dirt within about a stream or so. Probably even less than a stream. Which is probably around 200 coal every like hour or two. It's ridiculous how much actually you get. And that's not counting any. That's like 1% of the stone products of the world. I guess that makes sense. Also, there's also so yeah, that's my layout. It becomes more and more complicated the more and more ores there are in the world. So around 16 or so, I have like 4 or 5 slots for different ores. It becomes very complicated. I can keep less and less things, but besides that, it's just it's just flexibility. There's just no point, in my opinion, to collect the coal. I just don't see any purpose of keeping it. Especially when you're just mining all the world. It's so much coal. I mean, so much stone. It's actually ridiculous. This filled 30 double chests. Imagine 100 times double chest of this much coal. It's hard to even picture that. Wait, no, not 30. It was like 24 or something, like double chest of coal. Can you imagine 100 times that? Wait, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm guessing around 2.5 years. Depending on... Okay, a few factors. Depending on how much free time I have in the future, and how much time I'm gonna put into this. Obviously, the second one's kind of obvious, but they kind of mean the same thing. It's more of just how consistent can I be with this project, and hopefully my PS4 doesn't die. By the time that comes out, the PS5 should be coming out, and I hope I can do backwards compatibility with the PS5. My god, would that help so much with just lag and stuff like that, because when I mine, it actually slightly lags. It's very, very, very slight, but you'll maybe see it. It's like the PS4 is borderline for me with this world. This world can be kind of laggy in some instances. close to being done. I think 30 more rows, I think. Just 30 more rows. That's not counting the sections. Somewhere around the lines of that. I think a little bit more less. I'll have to check again, but actually no, less than 30. I'll have to check after this one though. After this little row. This actually, I know this is the title's technically clickbait, but it really isn't because it's actually 98,600 coal. That's the reason I didn't put over 100,000 coal, is because it's not over 100,000 coal. It's just about 100,000 coal. But it's close enough, honestly. It may be actually slightly more because of the top layers, but whatever. I can't give you an exact estimation on how much coal this actually is. But I think it's somewhere around 99,000 coal, which is funny, but I swear I tested it. I swear I did the calculations one time. It was over 100,000, but the project or the project? The mini project, like the coal, or the world? Because honestly, this is basically a mini project. Considering how much this is. The project of the world, like the coal, or both? I think if you count placing and mining at the moment, and if you count the stream, I think I'm getting close to 20 hours. Actually, no, 15 hours if you count just the mining, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look it back on my streams. I think it's somewhere around 20 hours total, but I could be wrong. I think a little bit more, actually. I'm not actually 100% certain. I can't crunch the numbers. I could probably crunch the numbers later on using some odd calculations, but and if you're talking about the actual the world, mining out the world, if you count breaks, if you don't count breaks, around 2 years and 3 months. But if you count breaks, about a year and a half, or a year and slightly a little bit more. So yeah, there you go. But obviously, I took breaks, at least on this one. I somewhat regret those breaks, but I kind of don't at the same time. So yeah, there's that. This project's quite the journey, I'll tell you that much. These projects are really fun though. Most people really can't say that about a 2-year project. In terms of actually generally enjoying the project, not really just to do it just for the project, I'm actually genuinely enjoying doing the project and streaming, but maybe no. 2 years 3 months with the project with breaks. Wait, no, not two. Wait. Wait. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, 2 years. I had to check real fast, just to see. Okay, so 2 years, and so I just started this project on December 2017, and roughly December 2017. I actually don't really know exactly when I started this project. Somewhere around end of November, mid-November, something like that, of 2017 till now. But I took a decent amount of breaks, actually. A lot more than I probably should have taken. But I know once I took an entire summer off at one point, and I took a couple of month breaks in between certain projects, like sections. Like this section, actually, I took almost a 2 month break off of this section before I started mining this coal. Because obviously this project, not even just project, like if I could do this project full time, I'd totally do it. But I don't know. Not even just this project. If I could like balance a project, like mining the Nether, mining the overworld simultaneously, that would be nice. I would need a couple more beacons though to do that project, the Nether and the overworld at the same time. I just never expected this channel to blow up just like just literally out of thin air from Reddit. It just kind of happened for me. Oh, so close. 200. Oh, that's close. I know that I'm quite efficient with my projects. Roughly, reasonably efficient, I guess, compared to a lot of people. Because with this project, I never started with stone tools. Well, I started with stone tools at least to get diamonds, but after that, I just never used anything else. Yeah. I don't know how big I could get if I finish this. Like, that's the real question. It's more like, what's gonna happen if I finish this project? Like, what's actually gonna happen? I don't think I'm gonna be a celebrity in the Minecraft community. That'd be cool, but like, I don't know how that's gonna work. At least I have some good, decent, what's it called? Not connections. What is it called? Oh, finally, there you go, 200. Ugh, finally at 200. My God. What is it called? Recognition, I guess? I don't know. This project definitely could go down in history, though. For Minecraft. Actually, probably not even just for Minecraft. This could go down in for gaming history if I complete it. Okay, actually not really. I actually thought about this project when I created the world, at least at some point, and then I just kind of, it turned from a normal survival world, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna turn, all this time, okay, so, this world was a normal survival world at, don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just thinking and just doing stuff automatically, but... Okay, so this project... It started... I actually created the world November 2016, if I remember correctly. I actually have a screenshot of it, of the first day I made the world, which is cool. It was actually a normal survival world. I didn't even have enough wood to create the house at the moment. I had to go across the entire world to get wood, which is funny. But... Or to create the first house. It was actually me and my sister's survival world for a while. She did it, and then I mined a little tiny 20 by 20 area. Actually, no, I didn't mine a 20 by 20. I mined a 50 by 50. This is big. This is the biggest mining section I did. I always do a 20 by 20 quarry in the world. Almost every survival project I've done, or not project, but every survival world, I always make a 20 by 20 area. So roughly. But I did a 50 by 50 this time. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I know what to name this. During that time, from November 2016 all the way till August of 2017 is when I actually started planning this project. That's when the planning phase came in. First thing was a name. Name was like almost impossible to think of, so I was like, you know what? What's something cool? What's something that sounds cool? I wanted to create a channel. Actually, I technically didn't create this channel. My friend did, and we were gonna be the co-owners of the project, which he technically is a co-owner because he's actually more like co-founder of the project. And we started creating a farm for emeralds to get pickaxes, to get like enchanted books. And we made that massive farm down there to the left, or to the right, I mean, down left. I can show you it later if you want to see it. And we started doing that, and then by December we decided, you know what, screw it, and we started mining. And then it started from a 200 to it went from a 50 by 50 to a 200 by 50, and I was like, and then I just doubled, and then doubled, and then doubled again, and I got up to a certain point to now. The sections just got bigger and bigger and bigger until I maxed out with beacons, and I decided just to mine out with this much area with these beacons. It was just big enough, so it was originally a 200 by 50, then a 200 by 100. Well, that's just the banner. That's just the banner. I wanted to add that just for my own sake. I could have added the channel banner, but I technically don't have that in my computer anymore when I created it. But I wanted that channel banner. I wanted to represent emeralds because this world is technically powered by villager trades, which are emeralds, for pickaxes, if that makes sense. That's actually the main theme of my project, or not project, but I consider making this more of a mining theme instead of just a purely emerald theme, like a bedrock background or something like that. Like change my banner or something like that. I don't know. I love my profile picture though. It's pretty nice. I found that background was completely stock. Like, it's something I didn't even create that background. I put in the beacon with the emerald. But other than that, it just kind of grew from there. I started with, it took forever just to get 20 subs. It took 2 years to get to 48 subs, and then obviously that thing from Reddit exploded, and I went from 48 subs to 315 in a day, and I've just slowly gaining subscribers. Which is cool. I mean, I wasn't surprised not many people were coming to the streams, but it's cool they're subscribing for the project itself. I actually like that. That's actually kind of what I wanted in subscribers. Not really for me, but for the project. for me personally. I know it sounds weird. Most people would think, oh yeah, you would want subscribers to be more for you as a person, but no, I kind of wanted it mainly for the project. I will just be included with the project. Like, the project should take priority over me, if that makes sense. Kind of. I just had a different view, mindset when it comes to something like YouTube. Is it that, are you talking about that banner, like above, the donation? I'm guessing you're talking about that, right? I'm fairly certain you're talking about that. I don't really know though. Alright, thanks man. Any form of message or any form of communication or something goes the longest way. Like that Reddit thread. Actually, that just, my god, how to reach a good amount of people in a community. That's how you do it right there. Talk about a connection right there. Jeez, man. Like the smallest form of connection. Oh, that's the farm. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused. I was like, yeah, that's the farm. It's not completely done because of the area. It's pretty massive. I forgot to actually show you it when I was coming back. You're gonna have to. Somebody should remind me to show you the farm because I will probably forget by the time I get to the end of this little thing because of how long this actually takes. Why do I keep missing like 1 or 2 blocks every time? It's weird. Let's just say this farm looks really cool. It actually wasn't my idea at all. It was actually my friend's. He was definitely the farmer type. He built probably half this farm. I kind of got rid of it, some of it because of this section. Because of this, like, this little piece. This farm was actually slightly bigger than this. It was mainly sugarcane, though, so. It was a lot of sugarcane, I'll tell you that much. It looks really nice, to be honest with you, not counting the unfinished section. Because I'm probably never going to finish it. I will go on an emerald spree later on. What's up, Meatbag Frank? Or I'll just call you Frank. I don't know why. I don't know why I read that. I'll just go with Frank. Welcome to the stream. Dang, this has to be a record right here for most amount of people joining. Like, new people joining. Oops. Just curious, how'd you find me? Just out of data, personal data. How'd you find my stream? Just out of curiosity. There's only 2 ways I can think of people finding. It's maybe recommendations, probably Reddit, but I'm not too sure. I don't remember your name on Reddit, so if you did find me on Reddit, then... Because I looked through the Reddit. I actually have a Reddit account now just because of that. Just because of that Reddit post, I literally made a Reddit account. I actually used to have one, but it wasn't anything with Bedrock Massacre. So I actually made a Reddit account, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. I definitely have to agree with that. It's really nice. It only took 2 and almost a half years. 2 and 3 months or something like that. I wasn't surprised it was gonna take this long, actually. I wasn't surprised, I mean. This project, I knew, considering how, little people actually look into a project like this, I knew if I just put in the work, after a certain period of time, somebody is going to do something. It only took a matter of time. Honestly, it wasn't, I really didn't do this project for, popularity, though, be honest with you. This is just kind of more of a bonus. I did it for the project's sake, and mainly for my own sake. And I love big projects anyways, so this is pretty enjoyable. So, pretty much a win-win situation. Wait a minute, I didn't collect, oh god. Shoot. This is kind of a big fail right here. I hope it's still over here. I really doubt it, though. It could be because I'm so far away, though, that, it could still be over here. Shoot. Oh, it's still here. Okay, thank God. Good to know. I thought I lost the shulker box. Yeah, this is kind of crazy a little bit. I mean, I guess that technically wasn't a little message, but just even the tiniest messages to other people can go the longest way ever. Connections are definitely where it's at. Not even connection, just word of mouth. Or word of text at this point. Not really word of mouth. I'm just super curious what's gonna happen after. Honestly, I'm considering doing that. I can't cross stream because of I want to build YouTube first before I do Twitch, because the only problem with most people found me on YouTube, so I can't cross stream, can I? Can I cross stream? I thought that wasn't allowed. I thought YouTube like bans, not bans you, but like, yeah, I think it like, I don't know what happens. Can you cross stream? I thought that wasn't allowed, because I know there's an option for it, but does anybody know? Because I would actually love to do both. Since I already have a decent YouTube following, I think Twitch would be nice to actually, is it like that on PC? Because I don't think it matters too much because I use the same programs. Like, I use the same programs as PC. Like, I still have an Elgato, I use OBS Streamlabs, I use OBS, so I technically can, right? I don't know. I don't know if that actually works. Because I know there's an option. Like, they couldn't add that option if you couldn't do that. I don't think you could promote it. I think that's the thing. Maybe that's it. I'll have to see what happens. I'll stream, I'll see what I can figure out. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. I've always thought, like, I think there's a specific rule about it, though, so I'm still gonna try it, don't get me wrong. I'll try it, don't worry. I'll see what I can manage. Because I know in Streamlabs OBS, I think there's a enable cross stream, not cross stream, but enabling multi-stream. I'm still figuring out how this stuff out, to be honest with you. This is a lot of stuff to remember, or a lot of stuff to set up. You know what's very fitting? The fact that I'm using the Steve icon, the Steve skin. Is that kind of fitting for a project like this? I don't know. I find it kind of fitting for a project like this. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna show you those things real fast, and then I'll come back to this. A couple things. I need to grab my elytra. Like, it's so fitting. It's just like Minecraft, or Steve, the original skin for Minecraft, is destroying. It's like almost symbolic at this point. Honestly, this entire world is symbolic of destroying destroying the entire world, so more things can flourish, or you can create more things to flourish, or creativity can flourish. Say that. I don't know. You can do a lot of symbolism with this world, to be honest with you. Okay, check this out. To anybody who's still here, who hasn't seen this yet, I'm pretty sure, at least, I think the only person who hasn't seen this yet is Zbot. Actually, no, both of you guys haven't. You guys are in with something. This is after the coal. This is gonna take quite a bit longer than the coal. Then, if you want to see how much water I'm actually gonna get rid of, it's kind of crazy. Here you go. This is kind of ridiculous. I have to do this 2 times, and I think the next section actually has more water. It goes all the way across the world. This also, I love this view. There's what to say. It's like you've seen it probably like 10 times at this point, honestly. Look at this. It goes across the world. Also, I love the sunsets on this world. You can see them. You can see the sunset and the sunset, the sunrise, the moonset, moonrise, whatever you want to call it. This is what I was doing off stream. What's this? Also, don't expect me to stream. I could probably stream daily, but don't expect me to stream this every time I play it. When I do this, I'm gonna do this for what's it called, for time-lapse video. But besides that, here's the farm if you want to see it real fast. Also, bunny hopping, so good. Literally remember doing it on accident, never went back on it. The speed you can go across the world. Okay, here it is. It's pretty insane. It looks pretty nice, except for the glowstone doesn't look too nice personally, but I can't really help that too much. Here you go. Oh, it's lagging from the stupid chest in the background. Potatoes, carrots, and wheat. I forgot how bright these things are when you stare at coal all day. It's quite the refresher. This is over 5,000 wheat. It's kind of ridiculous. Me and my friend were literally, you can actually get rid of all of this. You can get rid of 2 of these rows. By the time you finish planting both rows, by the time you get to the next row, you're already done. The other thing's already done growing. That's how long it takes to That's how fast you can grow. Well, that's how fast carrots and potatoes can grow. Okay, I'm just gonna mention this is. I know this is a bit overkill. Like, don't. I wasn't the one that actually started creating this. We kind of went nuts on this project with the farm project. That's why we didn't finish it because we kind of didn't need that much because of. Perfect. I think something you guys should see is killing the Ender Dragon. I know one person's seen this about killing the Ender Dragon about 1,000,000,000 times at this point, but wait, what am I doing? I already finished that section. Oh, I'm not paying attention at all. Okay, here we go. Wait, shoot. I forgot my stuff. I don't know why I put that back on. I swear to God, I hate Minecraft. I'm such an idiot. I think I just forgot to open the chest. I swear to God. Like, what is wrong with me? Seriously. I could literally make a fail video that expands to, like, literally days and months of me failing. Like a fail montage. It wouldn't be very entertaining, don't get me wrong, but it would still be... It would be cringeworthy, just like that moment right there. It'd be quite cringeworthy. Just like times I literally forgot I don't have my elytra on and I jump off the side of the world and die. I've done that a couple times. That's where it gets bad. Or, what I used to do when I was at level, I think it was 64. Like when I would go to the top, when I'm, mining down from level, like, 60 or something like that. I don't even notice I'm falling into one of the beacon holes, and I literally just kill myself because of it. It's... it's something else right there. It's really something else. With the level of mistakes I've had in this world. Probably should save it. I need to start saving more, honestly. I know I've had times where I literally mine and I just crash. Like out of just thin air. For some reason. And I lose like 2 hours of progress. It's only happened twice, but my God, was that painful. I've corrupted this world this world has been corrupted a couple times, like 3 or 4. One person was literally just leaving the world when they were building art. They were building some of the art in my world, and they just kind of just crashed the game as soon as they left for some reason. I have no idea why. It's crashed out of thin air. Just like the other times it's crashed. And that's why I don't keep autosave on. I learned my lesson 10 times already, it feels like, about keeping autosave on in a world like this. Just don't do it. Too bad turning off autosave doesn't work in newer versions. What's up, Hole Man? Welcome to the stream, and thanks. I just want this coal out of here. I'm getting pretty close. This actually may not take as long as I thought. I originally thought was gonna happen. This may take 1 or 2 more streams more, which isn't too bad if you think about it. Well, I don't know if whoever heard that. Also at 201, which is nice. I'm like exceeding how much actually XP I'm getting from this. I've gained 50 levels since I've started mining this, which is kind of insane. Good enough. Dude, this would be like the saddest moment in history if this world actually got like deleted, or not really deleted, just more somehow it got removed. I don't know how, but I guess if the hard drive crashes, but it'd be like the saddest thing ever. I would have to redo this project, which yes, I will redo this project if this world... I am not kidding, I will redo this project if this project somehow gets deleted or removed or something like that, of the sorts. Yes. I forgot who it was. I think my cousin actually wanted a copy of this world. I think it was him. Just to have it. So crazy it was. He was like mind blown. Like I've seen people be mind blown by things, but he was like, it wasn't even mind blown. It was like mind implosion. It was about as mind blowing as that Reddit thread thing. Like I thought I was dreaming, considering it was at midnight, but he was just his mind just imploded from that. It's kind of funny though, like a month early he said, why don't you have more subscribers? And then a month later that happened. It's like, what the heck? Did you like predict the future or something? Not a month. Actually it was around a month. Never mind. Or he said, why do you only have, I mean not why, but and you only have 48, is when I told him how many blocks I've mined and then showed him the channel, it was like, and you only have 48 subscribers. Like, yeah, I don't know about that. It's like, this isn't exactly a channel. I mean, projects like this aren't exactly something that you can like, it's a progress. Organic traffic is a progress, I'll tell you that much. That's what I've learned. Like, there's probably somebody who's probably done with this project. I really doubt it, but there's a possibility. You know how insane people are. Actually, at this point, I don't even know what insanity or sanity is. Like, what even is sanity or insanity? Is it made by is it a value that people give, or is it like more of a personal value thing. You could say I'm insane, but technically I'm like about as sane as it gets. Granted, this project's kind of the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, but if you don't expect different results, then you're technically not insane. So yeah. It's a weird little side rant thing about it. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to think about. Alright, see you, Zbot. Yes. Thanks, man. For the most legendary comment. See you next stream, or any stream in the future, honestly. Or on a YouTube comment. Yeah, technically not insane. Honestly, I don't know what sanity or insanity means at this point, though, so... Especially after doing this project for so long. I think after this section I'm going to, in the stream, like this little, like this thing, whatever this thing's called. So yeah. Just be prepared for that. Since I actually can give a warning now, because, most people who, leave the stream usually leave, not right before, like 30 minutes before I actually end the stream. Which is definitely very awkward. It's like, I don't have anybody to say goodbye to, technically, like, at the last stream. I've had one stream like that, but that's about it. I know because of how late I'm streaming, but whatever. But I'm almost done, don't worry. Just a couple more minutes. Luckily I started early. I don't have a set time because I don't really care to have a set time to stream, personally. I could stream during different times of the day just to see who actually comes to the stream. I can experiment. True. I think you're the only person left, actually. Oh, shoot. I think you're the only one left, unless the viewer count's glitching again. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really mind if people dip out last minute. It's not like it's a big deal. I mean, they already stayed 3 hours or 2 and something hours. Like last stream. Oh well, I'll just finish this real fast so I can go. Just one little section right here. Oh, okay, that's nice. I'm kind of curious at how you will do 1, 2, 3, 4 more sections. Good. I could be finishing this in 2. You'll be pretty, though? Wait, what? Am I reading that correctly? I'll be pretty, though? What are you trying to say? I forgot your string breaks like a week earlier than high school, which is cool. Oh, okay. It sounded weird saying it out loud. I'll be pretty though. Um, I don't know. We could practice if you want to. We could do some practice. Do a little bit of practice online. Or offline if you want to come over for a bit. It just sounded so funny. Like I've seen some like not autocorrects but like grammar errors, but that one just was funny. Like it wasn't even like it was just like it just sounded funny saying it out loud. Okay, almost. Oh, okay. Because that's the best kind of practice, honestly. Also, I want some Young Link practice. Just a little bit, just a little bit of a Young Link practice. Could go a long way. We may just have to do Young Link dittos. That's what it feels like at this point. We're gonna have to just do a lot of like combinations of stuff, like you fight Young Link with your character and I'll use Young Link, and then you fight and I'll fight Young Link and use a different character, and then we'll do dittos or something like that, because I don't understand this character. Especially that Zair. I swear to God, Zair to Zair is so stupid. I don't know if it's confirmed, but god dang is that annoying. Yes, what's your idea? Oh, you know what's even more annoying? Arrow to grab. Like arrow to Zair. I swear, that's literally one of the hardest confirms to combat. I don't know. I think with Shulk, you could probably do pretty well, but you better play it very, very, very safe. Just don't get hit. Like, I don't mean it like that phrase, but like, just don't get hit by a boomerang, because he knows his combos very, very well. Setups very well, I'll tell you that much. Like, boomerang to up air, boomerang to stuff, arrow to grab, a couple of other things. Probably a long list of stuff you could do with Young Link. He knows basically all of it. But I noticed I can't really think of a weakness he actually had, because he was kind of just outplaying me most of the game. But good luck getting that on time. If you miss it, you're dead. why I'm gonna use Byleth. I need to just camp him. Like, I need to just play it so safe. Oh, I trade with, I can't really trade with Arrow. Here's the problem with that. It's very slow, and his arrows are much faster than yours. He can just stay back and camp you. Also, if you want to get rid of Boomerang, jab or side tilt. Side tilt may be too slow, though. You can actually jab the Boomerang and just trade with it. The biggest problem is figuring out what to do after that, because it's not like he doesn't have a plan after that, because he really does. He's very, very adaptable, and he's incredibly aggressive, so just hope you don't make any, like, crucial mistakes and you'll be good. Or you get ledge guarded with Nair off stage and die at like 100. That has happened to me. And he will just go for it. He doesn't wait. He doesn't wait with ledge guarding. Actually, with almost anything. He's very high risk reward, but like, god dang, it's 'cause Young Link is very safe character. Oh yeah, try Nair. You're gonna have to get pretty close to him, but you better hope he doesn't have time to shield, because honestly, your best bet is to keep him in the air. Catch his landing. That's what I'm gonna do with Byleth. That's why I'm gonna use Byleth. I need to catch his landing. That was one of my biggest problems, is trying to catch his landing. Especially with platforms. And he does ban stages, unlike every other player out there. Maybe Jack, I don't know. He does use the rules, like, non-flexible. Besides, counter picks. Besides that counter pick rule thing, it's, he actually does, like, ban stages and stuff like that, unlike, no gentleman's agreement. Unless he, like, actually can go to a gentleman's agreement, but I don't know I don't know what's actually good against Young Link on different stages, because I don't do stage counter picks very often. I may thrive with platforms. That could bite me though as well at the same time, so I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do against Young Link. That's gonna be a toss-up. I'm just perfecting my punishes. That's something I've actually gotten really good with. Yeah, basically. I want to fight Smithville though, to be honest with you. I think out of all the players, I kind of want to fight Smithville. I want to see how good he's actually gotten. I want to use Ganon. That would be funny. I want to see if he falls for anything. I'm curious how much consciousness he is during the game. I don't think I'm going to use Ganon against Young Link, though. I could probably catch the guy off guard, but after the first game, it's probably going to be GG after that. Not first game, first stock or two. GG after that, because he's probably going to figure out how to go against Ganon after that. I don't even know if he goes to other tourneys. I may look him up just to see if he's actually, like, goes to other tourneys, like in Austin or something like that. Because he could... Phew, jeez, can he compete? How does the matchup, Young Link and Shulk, how does that matchup work? Like, how does Shulk do against Young Link? Because that would be pretty good, actually. Against Corrin, you could definitely do it. Shulk versus Corrin. I wonder how that would... Because on paper... Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Did you ever watch that match where CDK versus that Young Link? don't get too worried about combos. Just worried about your disadvantaged state. Just gonna say that right now. Because good luck with disadvantage, because Young Link kind of destroys disadvantage. Okay, so, you know CDK, right? Charlie the King? He literally got forced out of Young Link. Not forced out of Young Link, forced out of Wolf versus a random Young Link player. One of the best Wolves, he got forced to go to Sheik. He won with Sheik, but he barely won with Wolf. It was, I think he actually lost. Whoever says that matchup is easy, they haven't fought a really good Young Link, because my god, dude. That matchup sounds amazing on paper, but you can't do anything, like, off stage or in the air. You can maybe combo on stage, but he can just wall you out with, like, you'd have to play, like, I may play one match with Wolf, but that's about it. I may just switch to Byleth for Young Link, because I can't capitalize anything in the air or off stage. Also, your best with Shulk is literally go speed mode and just get him off, like, gimp him. That's my advice for that matchup. Because if you don't do that, good luck on stage, because your best bet is speed mode. Or jump. Actually, jump could work pretty well because of, just good luck with Buster, because if you get comboed with Buster, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. Jump because you can get out of his projectiles. Just don't let him catch your landing. Because he will probably catch your landing. Almost done. Just a little bit more. It's pretty good against, I think it would be pretty good against Young Link personally, because you can't really get gimped with it, and you can gimp him easier. Speed could be great on stage, though, because you can just kind of run around his projectiles, because of your air movement, your airspeed. The problem is controlling speed against his projectiles. Oh my god, I keep doing this. I swear to god. What's up, Nuked Official? Welcome to the stream. Wasn't too sure if anybody else was gonna join. Or this late. Or not even just this late, just in general. Yeah, exactly. I actually switched to the correct pickaxe for once. It's PS4. It's a classic size world. It's the Legacy edition. Okay. Finally getting there. It's good to know. It's a pretty late lab assignment. God dang, man. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. That took some time, but totally worth it. How many sections? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There's a possibility I could finish this by tomorrow. 862 by 862. I'm technically mining at 861 by 861. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense then. It's 861, it's 861 by, no. 862 by 862, and I think I'm mining at 861 by 861. No, wait a minute. I'm actually mining at 860, but I don't know. It's confusing, because if you count the wall, the border, and, let's say I've mined 36% of this world. It was weirdly calculated by me and my friend. It's a pretty cool way to calculate it, though. Just over a third, which is nice. Each section is around 25, 11% each. Something like, no, can't be 11. 1/16 of a world, each section, which sounds like a lot. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but considering how many blocks are in this world, it makes a lot of sense. Alright. I don't know if you're still in here, Newt, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream for now. At least until probably tomorrow. I don't know. I never really say when I'm actually streaming. I kind of just stream. So, if you're still in the room, I don't know if you actually are, but see you in the next stream, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's a lot more than that. It's like... Good night. I think even... Okay, yeah, that was a lot of, like, miscommunication there, but, 100 by 100 is a 60 by 60. 680,000 blocks. So... It's around... I've probably mined 10 times, about 20 times the amount. Good night. I don't even know at this point.